Listen up, Mickey, we've got a few ideas that we think you're gonna like. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actors we wish would play Disney sidekicks. For this list, we'll be looking at various actors who we think have the right stuff to play a sidekick in a Disney film, either to the hero or villain. These characters tend to be major sources of comic relief and have big personalities, and as such, we're focusing on performers with similar qualities. And given that Disney is currently doing live-action and/or CGI remakes of their many classic animated films, now is the time for these actors to throw their hats in the ring. Number 10. Patrick Stewart, Adam Sandler, and Maggie Smith as the Gargoyles, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. This 1996 Disney film navigates a number of challenging themes. As such, it requires some especially well-executed comic relief. And while Clopin does his fair share in this regard, it's the gargoyle trio of Victor, Hugo, and Laverne who bring that quintessential Disney touch to this classic story.
We always said you were the cute one.
I thought I was the cute one.
No, you're the fat, stupid one with the big mouth.
What are you saying exactly?
So, when the Hunchback of Notre Dame gets its eventual update, we think that the actors chosen to play these characters will be absolutely crucial.
I've always wanted to use that spell.
For the eloquent, self-serious, but also anxious Victor, who better than proven thespian Sir Patrick Stewart?
Be or not a bee? That is the question. Whether 'tis the second letter of the alphabet.
And for the crass, crude, but ultimately likable Hugo, it's gotta be Adam Sandler.
That's your home! Are you too good for your home?
Last but not least, Dame Maggie Smith feels pitch perfect for the wise but fiery Laverne.
I'm leaving in the morning, Lady Grantham. I doubt we'll meet again.
Do you promise?
Number 9. Simon Pegg as Archimedes, the Sword in the Stone. Has there ever been a finer on-screen owl than good old Archimedes? Actually, upon further review, it would appear that we ranked him second best behind Hedwig. That's fair. But as far as Disney owls go, Archimedes is at the top of the pecking order.
But I can't read.
What? And I don't suppose you know how to write?
No, sir.
Well, what do you know?
Well,
Well, never mind. We'll start at the bottom. The ABCs.
As the pet of the legendary wizard Merlin, Archimedes thinks rather highly of himself. Cynical, grumpy, and sarcastic, Archimedes sounds like, well, a perfect fit for Simon Pegg.
When's your birthday?
22nd of February.
What year?
Every year. Get out.
Best known for his roles in Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and the Star Trek films, Pegg's past performances run the full spectrum of Archimedes' personality, without ever failing to be funny.
You realize how unacceptable this is?
Fascinating. What?
Okay, I'm sure you're just doing your job, but could you not come a wee bit sooner?
He's done some work for Disney before, but we think it's high time he gets a prominent role in a major remake.
I still say this makes no sense at all. I know, right?
Number 8. Andy Serkis as Gurgi, the Black Cauldron.
Gurgi not lie. Not this time.
We know what you're thinking. The Black Cauldron seems like an unlikely candidate to ever get the Disney remake treatment, given that it's widely regarded as one of the company's most infamous flops. But given the popularity of medieval-style fantasy in recent years, who knows? There may actually be an audience for it. And should it happen, we're suggesting that Disney tap the master of mocap himself, Andy Serkis, to play Gurgi. The Black Cauldron shares much in common with J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, but in preparing for his performance as Gollum, Andy Serkis is said to have actually taken inspiration from the furry little animated creature. So why not bring the whole thing full circle?
Must have the precious. They stole it from us. Sneaky little hobbitses.
Number 7. Jean Dujardin as Lumiere, Beauty and the Beast.
Of course. Let's get down to it. What would you like to know?
Don't get us wrong, we love some Ewan McGregor. Moulin Rouge, Trainspotting, Star Wars, the man's filmography speaks for itself. But while 2017's Beauty and the Beast ranks among the film studio's best live-action remakes to date, his casting as Lumiere was unfortunately one of the very few glaring missteps.
I know, he gets so dramatic. Hello.
He manages to pull off the personality, but not the accent. We're not sure in what world we'll actually get to see this particular casting idea come true, but if we could turn back time, we'd want to see it go to Jean Dujardin. Best known to American audiences for his role in 2011's The Artist, which earned him an Oscar, this celebrated French actor feels like Lumiere in human form.
Be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest.
Number 6. Ali Wong as Tinkerbell, Peter Pan. A fan favorite character for decades, Tinkerbell is synonymous with the magic of Disney. With a sassy personality many times larger than her diminutive size would suggest, Tink is a firecracker.
You're charged with high treason, Tink. Are you guilty or not guilty? Guilty.
And in a modern retelling of Peter Pan, we think that Disney could really push that further, while also allowing Tinkerbell to be even more overtly comedic than in past films. Who fits that description better than the brilliant and talented Ali Wong?
You get no 401k, no co-workers, you're just in solitary confinement all day long with this human Tamagotchi.
Sure, she'd need to rein in her more crass inclinations, but as her multiple Netflix specials and her 2019 film prove, Wong is one of comedy's brightest rising stars.
All these men keep saying how much they want a strong woman. What they really want is a cheerleader. So yeah, I'm gonna die all alone in a big house all by myself in complete, utter, and deafening silence. I can feel it, Marcus.
With all that being said, we can also imagine Anna Kendrick doing a great job in the role. Number 5. Jamie Foxx as Frozone, The Incredibles. In a dream world, we'd have Samuel L. Jackson make the jump from animation to live action to continue playing this role. His voice and Frozone's will forever be one and the same in our minds.
Where is my super suit?
Why do you need to know?
I need it!
Unfortunately, we do feel that he's aged out of the role, even with digital effects, and that Frozone requires an actor willing to get into super heroic physical shape. Enter Jamie Foxx. This talented actor has a diverse filmography that would make any director drool, having proven multiple times over that he's equally capable in a dramatic role or action film.
I'm curious what makes you so curious.
As for Frozone's charms, they don't make stars much smoother than Foxx. While we're casting our live-action Incredibles remake, how about Tracy Ellis Ross for his wife, Honey Best?
Dre, you need to focus.
Okay.
This is what you always wanted. This is your dream, and this is our plan.
Number 4. Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and Dolly Parton as the Good Fairies, Sleeping Beauty. Reading that trio of names together hopefully brings to mind one of the most successful comedies ever, 9 to 5.
Oh, boy, we should do that more often.
So it's not hard to imagine this trio of talented women coming together again. And in our minds, they'd be the ones to deliver the defining live-action version of Sleeping Beauty's fairies.
Well, she can't be all bad.
Oh, yes, she can.
I'd like to turn her into a fat old hop toad.
Like with the Hunchback's Gargoyles, bringing flora, fauna, and Merryweather to the big screen in an effective way is all about balance. And we think that these 3 iconic stars would perfectly address that need. Jane Fonda's assertive yet balanced nature makes her a natural leader as Flora, while Lily Tomlin's more earthy qualities make her well-suited to play the more introspective Fauna.
Sure you can't. People expect this kind of thing from you.
Oh, because I'm a tolerant person?
Dolly Parton is classy, but has a big personality. And while she might be a departure for the character of Merryweather in terms of stature and physique, she feels like an ideal candidate to complete this magical trio.
It can be exhausting being so nice all the time. I'm so nice I agreed to do this video.
Number 3. John Mulaney and Nick Kroll as Pain and Panic, Hercules.
Pain! Oh! And panic! Reporting for duty!
There are few recurring collaborators in the world of comedy with a more consistent track record than John Mulaney and Nick Kroll. Both successful comedians in their own right, they get especially funny whenever working together. To see them at peak absurdity, however, check out Oh Hello. And as for voice work, what better endorsement could you ask for than the runaway success that is the critically acclaimed Big Mouth, in which they both voice lead characters.
I have big plans to be a regular man.
I'm gonna go find Jesse. Stay here. Do not leave this office. Capiche?
You got it, Maury. Capiche to the max.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to Gavin.
But we don't have time.
But what makes them especially well suited for bringing Hercules' pain and panic to life are their respective styles.
My vibe is more like, hey, you could pour soup in my lap and I'll probably apologize to you.
John Mulaney is a master of self-deprecating, somewhat anxious comedy that makes him a great fit for panic, while Kroll has a knack for playing the conniving characters, i.e. pain in a nutshell.
So I guess I would begin the negotiation by you giving me that hat.
Number 2, Dwayne Johnson as Kronk, the Emperor's New Groove. From one of the biggest wrestlers in WWE history to the highest paid actor in 2019, Dwayne Johnson has had quite the career.
My hip feels pretty good now. Oh, my joints feel like butter.
But everything up until now has just been a prologue to what we feel will be his career-defining performance, Kronk.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, we're just kidding around, but seriously, can you imagine a more perfect actor to bring this lovable henchman to life? He's got the physique, he's got the comedic chops, heck, he's even got the coyly cocked eyebrow.
Right, the poison for Cusco, the poison chosen specially to kill Cusco, Cusco's poison. That poison?
Yes, that poison.
Got you covered.
Johnson already played a prominent Disney sidekick, Maui, but given that 2016's Moana was an animated film, and we imagine this as a live-action adventure, we think there is room for Johnson to double dip in Disney's pool of iconic sidekicks.
What can I say except you're welcome?
I think The Rock would knock most roles out of the park. Is that so wrong? Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Pete Davidson as Wilbur from The Rescuers Down Under. He can strike that balance of likable and irritable that defines the albatross.
You'll never take me alive!
What would you like to order, Kanye? And he goes, I want that stuff that's not even on the menu, that crazy stuff. I was like, oh my God, the crazy stuff.
Dave Bautista as Little John from Robin Hood. He's got the build, physicality, and, as we've seen from his MCU work, the comedic chops.
You're thinking about somebody with long eyelashes, and you're smelling that sweet perfume.
You just need to find a woman who is pathetic, like you.
Danny Pudi and Donald Glover as Jack and Gus from Cinderella. A long overdue Community reunion between two actors with proven chemistry.
We can use that, Gus.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Me llamo T-Bone, la araña discoteca.
Discoteca, muñeca, la biblioteca. Es el bigote grande, pero manteca.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Tituss Burgess as Sebastian, the Little Mermaid.
Let's just say I had some first-hand experience with Disney's copyright lawyers. Oh, no, wait, oh, yeah.
He's a singer, he's theatrical, and he can play a character as self-serious one moment and then a nervous wreck the next. His name is Tituss Burgess, and he was born to play the role of Sebastian the Crab.
Fine. I hope someday when you're a gay black man, you have a Kimmy that treats you like this.
When Tina Fey developed Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, it was a vessel for Ellie Kemper. But while Kemper does shine bright in the show, Burgess proved its breakout star.
And look at me. Talented, dashing, transcending, but no career, no agent. I'm just the one sock.
With his larger-than-life acting style and musical ability, this Georgia-born performer feels like a perfect fit for King Triton's advisor, court composer, and, much to the crab's dismay, babysitter to Princess Ariel.
Teenagers, they think they know everything. You give them an inch, they swim all over you.
But best of all, Tituss actually played Sebastian on Broadway before becoming a TV star. And joining him as Scuttle in our Dream Little Mermaid cast, Steve Martin. Oh yeah.
Am I?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.